It's your introductory day as the permanent Pride head coach. How does this feel to be in this position right now?
No, I mean, it's amazing. It's a great opportunity for myself to excel under a great organisation, an organisation that I'm really proud to be a part of. I've been here since I was 2015 as a player, and then progressed to the position that I'm in now, so I'm super grateful for this opportunity that ownership have allowed me to be a part of. So I can't wait to bring a championship to this club, which the fans deserve.
Let's take you back a bit when you were done as a player and you went into coaching within the club. You found your way to the Pride within a couple of years. Why was women's soccer the path for you, and why has it become the place where you have now excelled to the point where you're getting a head coaching job in this top league?
Yeah, I mean, I can go back to the end of 2017, where to be honest, I didn't really know what path I was going to do. Life hits you hard. One minute you're playing, then the next minute you're not. So I had to move on from that, and Tom Samani gave me an opportunity to just come in and basically just look and watch and see if this is what I wanted to do. And I'm really grateful for that. And just from there, just being a part of it, been around world-class players, and been in a professional environment, you don't get that opportunity too often. So it just progressed from there, with multiple coaches, and given my experience as a player and feeding that to some of the younger players and also experienced players who are still playing. It's just something that you never really plan out to do, but you just go with the flow, and then before you know it, you're head coach of the club. So it's worked out really well for me, and like I said, my progression from that moment has just been top. Like, it's just gone really high.
Let's go back to last summer when you took over. Not exactly the situation that a lot of people would want to step into as a first-time head coach, and yet you were able to turn that into a positive, and the team started getting results. How did you manage to take that situation and turn it into something where I think fans were really proud and excited about what was going on?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it wasn't the ideal situation, but you grab the ball by its horns and you just go with it. I think I look back at a defining moment for us in that season was the away game against Portland, and it's well documented that we didn't perform. We got hammered, 6-0 in front of their fans, and at that moment we knew that we had to change things. We had to bring additional staff in, and we had to really show the players what our principles are and our values are, and we were allowed to have that week break after that game to really tie down what we wanted the Orlando Pride team to look like. So, bringing Giles in and Miguel in were massive helps. We have really good players in the team, and it's just trying to get the most out of them, and that's certainly what we did. We got a really good run going. Obviously we died off to the end, but again, we wanted to build something where fans can look towards next year knowing that there's hope and belief that we can be successful into the next couple of years.
You mentioned bringing that talent out. You had a uniquely young roster. What did you enjoy about working with younger players such as you had, especially a lot of them rookies, second-year players in your starting lineup, and how did you get them to buy into the ideas that you were trying to put in place?
I have a background of working with young players. Before, when I was volunteering with the Pride, I was working in youth, so I have kids as well, and I love seeing the development of players. So it was really developing them, knowing what it takes to be a professional, and you could see the progression that they made. You're absolutely right, we have some young players, and it was great for them to get the experience of playing in this league against high top quality players, and because they've had that year of experience, it's going to be important for them taking that into next year. But I think at any age or any stage of your career, you can learn. I mean, everyone's learning. You can teach, 10-year veterans something new as well. So it was just basically implementing our ways. We knew that I'm a hard-working coach. I think that's documented. I like to push players physically, and I feel that fitness controls a lot of aspects of your game. So it was tough, it was hard, but at the end of the day, the players saw the results for doing and putting that work into it. So a lot of credit goes to the players because they bought into it. The afternoon sessions in the blazing heat and the sun, it's unforgiving, but they did it, they got through it, and we said, you'll see the benefits at the end of it. And I think that's the reason why we were successful in that period.
Yeah, well, what does it mean for you to represent Orlando now in this position, having been here since Orlando City came to MLS, having embedded yourself in this community? What does that mean to you to be the head coach of an Orlando pro sports franchise?
It means a lot. There's an added responsibility as well to bring success to the city. As a player, I always wanted to win an MLS Cup. I don't think you play here unless you don't want to win something. And I feel, there's unfinished business with me here. So this is my second home. I'm very loyal in aspects of I was at Middlesbrough for 13 years, and this was only my second club. So I feel like I have a responsibility to bring a championship to this community and to this city.
So when we look at this team next year, you're going to have had your full preseason. It'll be your team. What can Pride fans expect from a Seb Hines team next year and going forward?
I think they got a little taste of it towards the second half of the season, but I think there's definitely more layers to our game. I spoke about hard work, and we want to be a hard-working team. I think that epitomises this city and the people in the city, and we want to represent them as well. So you're going to get a hard-working team who's going to fight for every inch on the field. They're going to leave absolutely everything on the field, but then have the passion and charisma to get on the ball and play exciting soccer, I should say. Exciting soccer for the fans to be entertained. This is an entertaining sport, and we should do our best to entertain the fans and want them to want to come back and watch the Orlando Pride play at Exploria and be successful. It's a results-driven business, and we have to win games.
You're making some history too with your appointment as the first permanent black head coach in the NWSL. But what does that mean to you to have accomplished that?
It means a lot. I recently lost my father last year, so yeah, that was tough. And I went to go visit my granddad up there in North Carolina, and just been around that family and knowing that they're super proud of me for what I achieved. It means a lot to me. It also, allows me to, open the door for many more coaches of colour as well. So, I'm really proud of what I've achieved, and
I love it. So let's close with this. What goals are you setting here? I mean, win a championship, obviously, but for the long term, what kind of program do you want to establish here in Orlando?
I think, for me, it's leaving more than just a championship. It's you want to build an identity, which I've said many a times after games. It's build an identity so that people know what Orlando Pride team looks like in the future, leaving a legacy, leaving something where fans can walk away and go, I was there to witness that. So it's not going to be easy, it's going to take a lot of time, it's going to take a lot of work, but it's something that we know that we can achieve, and it's reachable, and we get the right people in place, and I think everyone can be excited about what the prospect holds for this team.